Hello everybody, thanks for coming, thanks for watching. My name is Bognar, nickname is Tashila. You can find me on Skype, Tashila28. And today we will talk about intuition, sixth sense, third eye, and how we can use it and how we can practice it in the daytime. Okay? I'm teaching it for about 8 years. Nearly every weekend I'm teaching people face to face in Europe how they can use their sixth sense, their third eye. I've been living in Asia for 5 years and I studied it for the benefit of other people and for myself as well, for the benefit of the humanity, and in the monasteries from Tibetan masters mostly. Okay? And I'm using it in my work as an aura reader for about 10 years, and I'm practicing it for more than 10 years. So believe me, I know how you can do that, but how you should not do that. And that is very important. How you should not do that. How you should not practice, especially with the ghost and the other side. But we'll talk about it later. Okay. And the other thing, I was a programmer. I was an IT specialist before, for 15 years. So for me, there is no difference between the IT, the energy and information, and the psychoinformatics, because we are made up of energy, we're spreading of energy that we call aura, and inside our aura there is information, just like a remote control or Wi-Fi router or whatever. A computer is also working with the electromagnetic waves, so just like the TV and the radio is work like that. Okay, so there is no question why energy we can send and receive information. So now start. Our sixth sense is nothing more and nothing less just the sensor of the mind. The mind. Why we call it sixth sense? Because when you see a picture, what you ate today morning for your breakfast, you see the picture in your eyes of your soul. The sixth sense is the eyes of the soul. The eye, okay, one eye. But the main point, when you see a picture, you don't see it with your five senses. You had a picture with your eyes when you see your ham and eggs in the morning, but when you remember, you don't see with your eyes, you don't touch it, you don't hear it, you don't smell it, you don't taste it. You remember to your past, you can see in your present your wishes and your fears, and you can look in your future with your third eye. We call it third eye because this is something like an eye, because you see your thoughts with your inner eye, with your eye of the soul. But it is not only yourself and not your conscious self only. Not only you can see your underconsciousness, but you can see the collective consciousness. They call it Akasha Chronic or mind field, or there is different kind of names they have. But the main thing that all kind of energies around you is going through you. It's crossing your body, it's crossing your soul, affecting your mind. And by the nerve system you get that waves, and it's going into the central nerve system. So that's why they think the third eye is inside here. Okay. The sixth sense is about intuition. It is very important for our life. Our intuition saved our life maybe thousands or 10,000 times. It's saving from accident. You feel that you don't have to go out from the street, from the house to the street. You feel that you have to take your umbrella because there will be a heavy rain in the afternoon. If somebody gets an accident, there is two reasons. Maybe they don't use their intuition, or they have to get that accident because of some reason. But most of the time, people just don't use their intuition. I know my friend, one of my friends, making 120,000 USD on the stock market, not the stock market, on the Forex, making money because he used his intuition, not just clicking left and right, left and right, left and right, and not just clicking like this in the market, but slow down, relax, meditate, and feel when he have to click in to get the right position for. One of my students is a doctor, and he can make his practice much better since the workshop of the intuition, because now he can make much better. Now he knows much better what the patient have a problem, what the problem the patient is. Okay, so what about the sixth sense? The sixth sense is a feeling of something electromagnetic spread out by someone's mind, or a group of people spread out something from their mind. But the only problem that we can sense with our sixth sense, our own thoughts or underconsciousness. When we are dreaming, we see our dream with our own third eye, but this is underconsciousness, and we can see the collective consciousness as a clairvoyant only when we are not wide awake, we are not sleeping, but we are relaxed and meditative state of mind, just like a cat. You can check on the internet, just type in the Google Rupert Sheldrake. Rupert Sheldrake was a biological professor of biology, and he made a test with cats and dogs. The dogs can feel when the owner is coming home, not because of the dog ears, because when the owner decided to come home, the dog went just at the split of the time, the split of the second, the dog went to the door and waiting, but the owner was 7 miles away. Okay? It is only happening 9 times from 10. And only one time when the dog doesn't feel anything about the owner, it is because the dog is looking some food in the trash, or something the dog's mind is altered. This is something went away, the mind of the dog. So human being is always watching Facebook or email or watching this video now. So now intuition, it doesn't work 100% or not even 50%, because humans can do 3 things: wide awake thinking, sleeping and dreaming, and meditating. How much you meditate, please? Okay? When we talk about intuition and practice, we have to meditate about 20-30 times a day. And I'm not talking about sitting meditation for 1.5 hours, because that would take about 20-30 hours, okay, a day, and you don't have too much time. We will talk about that in the workshop on Skype. We will talk about it, how you can do that kind of Nepalese technique to meditate for half minute, 1 minute, maximum 1.5 minutes, the daytime when you are shopping, and in that very spot, in that very minute, you can do a very short, relaxed meditation. Deep down your level of your mind waves, and then you can be more meditative, and then you are more clairvoyant, and then you are more intuitive. As deep you go, that more intuitive you are. Okay? That we will talk about in the workshop. You can find me on Skype, Tashila28, TASHIL828. But you can find it here. Okay? You can find it here, Tashila28, and you can see here the email address. Okay, so you have to learn to meditate and relax, just like a cat and a dog. And the second thing that you have to practice, how to develop your intuition to feel what is the difference between your own subjective vision and your own objective intuition. It is quite close now, because your sixth sense is the developer of your vision, mostly your fears and your wishes. That is your own vision. And the sixth sense is the sensor of the real intuition, but it's very close now. If you practice you start to, the feeling, you start to understand, you start to recognize the difference between your own vision and between the intuition. What is the difference? Now try to find out what the color of my toes is, or what was that's on your leg, okay? Or what is the color of my shoes? Try to find out, just think about. Probably you were just thinking like red, black, white, brown, green, whatever. That is thinking. But when you go deep down with your mind, you start to stop, just as my daughter doing. She's just only 12 years old, and she can do that already, and she like it. I just ask her, what time is now at the morning? She just don't open your eyes, just let me know what is the time now. And she say 5:50 a.m. Okay, now watch your phone. And she look at her phone, look at the watch, look at the clock, and she say, oh my God, 5:51. And it happens nearly every time. Very close to 5:50, yeah? So this is, my shoes is brown, and I have my trousers green, okay? And the shoes is about nearly light brown or half brown. But anyway, please feel what is the feeling of thinking of something, and what is the feeling of something, because intuition is nothing to do with thinking. Intuition is nothing to do with logic. Intuition is feeling. When you feel something in the mind field, when you feel somebody is tricking you, when you feel somebody is lying you, when you feel something will be wrong in the next 1 hour, I recommend you to watch the film, the Hollywood film, The Next, you know, Nicolas Cage. He's just doing one thing. He's just looking into the future, just 2 minutes. Try to practice that for the next 2 minutes. Just look in the next 2 minutes. Or you can practice like this. Do I have a Facebook message now? Maybe I have maybe I have five. Maybe I have 5 things happen. And then you have to check it. What happened on Facebook? That is correctly 3. But I know I was not in deep meditative state of mind. So by practice you will see when it is working and when it is not working. When I'm looking for the police, lost people, I don't do like this. Where is him? Did he die by someone else? Or did he kill himself? Or did he just get lost? I don't do like this. I go deep down in meditation, I wait, and we will learn also in the workshop, we will learn what kind of stimulus, what things can help us to get a better intuition. We will talk about crystals, herbs, and I'm not talking about some mushrooms and stuff like that, herbs. We will talk about acupuncture points. We will talk about different kind of essential oils that helps our nerve system to be more concentrated, to make intuitional work. Okay? So now this is about intuition. I hope and I'm sure you have some intuitional story that you could tell me before we start with the workshop. You can find me Tashila28 on Skype. And something more about intuition. If you are still interested, if you're still watching this video now, probably then you are interested. So then I can share you some interesting stories. Probably you know that plants can feel human beings' thoughts. Don't stop the video because this is now extreme. Now please open YouTube and type in Secret Life of Plants. Secret Life of Plants. Then you see in that video that Cliff Baxter in 1966 the 2nd of February of 1966, he was the inventor of the lie detector and the polygraph. He put the polygraph on a plant, on a leaf of a plant, and nothing happened for 40 minutes. Just a little shaking the polygraph. And then he was just thinking about to burn this plant, and in the split of the second, the polygraph went right at the top, and doing like this, the paper is going and the polygraph is just writing, yeah, before doing like this, and then Cliff Baxter thinking about burning the plant, and then crazy, like zipping up and like and up and down. Okay? And so that happened, and so he was the first people on planet Earth who proved that by thinking the plant will change the electromagnetic field, the energy that is going out from the plant's hand. Okay, that is interesting. And the plants are feeling our energy and our thoughts and our feelings 10 from 10 because they are deeply in meditation. They don't think too much. As my master told me, I asked him, "Excuse me, master, I can't stop my mind. I sit down in meditation and always coming the pictures and stories and feelings." And he say, "Nothing to do. Don't think too much. Sit and watch." "But oh, come on, master, how I can do that? Look at that plan," he say. What he's doing? I say nothing. Okay, whatever. The next thing, I had many thousand students in the past 8 years, and I had many twins. And I don't have to follow the stories, okay? Because you had a lot of stories about twins, how they feel each other, how they can meet in absolutely uncontrolled and illogical points, illogically dressed up just the same dress. Okay, I have different kinds of stories from the students, but I don't want to make you tired about that. Come to my workshop face to face. It will take about a 6 or 8 hours workshop. How you can develop your intuition, how you can practice in the daytime, which different kind of very short meditations that will balance your left and right brain to make it able to work with intuition just like a cat. And I do have to tell you that you have to practice. I'm doing these days. Every day I practice because this is my main job. So if you have any question, meet here with this Skype name, Tashila28, or you can find me in this email address. You can find my website, but I don't type it here because that is only Hungarian. Nothing more to say. Thank you very much. See you later. Thanks for coming. Goodbye.